coffee? Sound good? Yeah, I'll send you my stuff Facebook. I love it. Good afternoon, boys and girls, friends and lovers, children of all ages. Yeah, I'm back in action. Palantier! Get out of here! 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 No tech for ICE! 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 Good afternoon, boys and girls, friends and lovers, children of all ages. We are here at 1555 Blake Street. The Palantier Get Out of Here protest. Palantier being the technology service provider for the ICE detention facilities, is my understanding. Quit your job! Palantier! Quit your job! Palantier! Quit your job! Palantier! Quit your jobs! 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 Quit your jobs! Quit your jobs! Palantier! Quit your jobs! Palantier! Quit your jobs! Palantier! Quit your jobs! Palantier! Quit your jobs! Check your settings. Quit your jobs! Palantier! Quit your jobs! Palantier! Quit your jobs! Palantier! And you should all, somebody as a moderator, go to the website Denverite, DenveriteE.com, I believe. Look for my name in a story today. You should post that.
Hey! One of our members came, two of our members did this awesome piñata. Are you one volunteer from each organization? Come up and be willing to take a swing. And help us bring the cameos and the money. Because we know what they're doing is for profit. And they get all the candy. And that's not fair. So, if anybody wants to come up and take a swing at our piñata, you can come up here and get in line. And someone from private. Who's going to do it from private? Private. And what about the holiness? We'll get there. And then somebody from third. And somebody from Gospel Justice. And somebody from the FSCC first.
Yes, we're at 1555 Blake Street, downtown Denver.
So
Me?
That's the whacking side, isn't it?
Alright.
Spin around 3 times. Close your eyes.
While we break it open, I want to have Senator Julie come up on and she's going to talk with us a little bit about why elected
Thank you.
Everyone's stressed out. I know, right?
Yes, Steven. Who's next? Make sure you're all by the sidewalk, please, so you don't get run over, okay? To get them out of our communities. We have to make sure that the resources come back to us. And for that, we need to take turns. We have to have everybody take a turn and participate to make sure that this company stops profiting from pay. So who's next? Yes. Who's next?
Si lo pierdes, usted camina.
Almost there, guys. Candy for the money. Also, it's a party, so if anybody wants a cupcake, there's some party cupcakes up here, some welcome party. Now, next up, we are honored to have
Candy.
state senators here, Senator Julie Gonzalez. Woo! Give a big round of applause for Senator Gonzalez, who has been a long-time champion for immigrant justice and data privacy. So grateful that you're here. And we also have Representative Woodward here.
I love your shirt. It says just another slot on birth control.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for coming out. Hello? Oh, heck yeah. You don't even need to put the button on this one. This is great. How are you all doing today? Woodrow, come on up here. Like any true organizer, you know that you can't always just show up on your own. You always have to invite somebody new to the movement. And so I want to welcome Representative Stephen Woodrow, who joined us today, who's learning about the pain and the misery that Palantier has created within so many communities. And that's what organizers do. Organizers invite people into the movement, give folks opportunities to learn. And it's so amazing to see so many people here showing up, learning, realizing the harm that corporations who prefer profit over community building, that we're recognizing that harm that Palantier has created nationwide. Ourselves a round of applause. My name is Julie Gonzalez, and like many of you, we've been organizing outside of the Capitol, but we're also organizing inside of the Capitol to create policy change as well. And what we know is that if we don't have power, if we don't have money and influence, the way that we build power is by organizing people. And that's what we're doing right here. And what I'll also say is this, is that there are corporations out there who are intentionally dividing us, intentionally working to exploit division within our communities to keep and maintain a status quo. And that is not okay, and that is not welcome here in Denver, it is not welcome in Colorado, and it shouldn't be welcome anywhere in the United States. So this isn't just an immigrant rights issue, this isn't just a Black Lives Matter issue, it's not just a data privacy issue, this is an issue that impacts all of us. When corporations intentionally exploit division and sow fear into communities in order to make a profit, that is not okay, and we are here to say, Palantier, get out of here. And what do we say? Palantier, get out of here. And what do we say? Palantier, get out of here. And what do we say? Palantier, get out of here. This is the last thing that I'll just add to this conversation. Part of the reason that Palantier is chosen Colorado is because they think that they have a welcome environment where they'll be able to not have to pay their fair share of taxes, where when they profit, that they'll continue to have a lovely and welcoming business environment. And I'm here to say that we're going to be working to hold this corporation accountable, but we're also going to work to make sure that every corporation pays their fair share. Because we know that crisis exacerbates inequality. And we know that on multiple fronts, whether it's the pandemic, whether it's the economic crisis, whether it's the climate crisis, whether it's our housing crisis, we need to hold these corporations accountable. And whoever made that viñata, y'all, is strong. Right? Because those corporations are strong, you know? But as Piper was saying, when we work together, y'all, we can achieve anything. And that's what we're here to do today. And so thank y'all so much for showing up and showing out. There's a lot of work to do. The last thing I'll say is this. That there are, I keep saying the last thing, but then I get going. Give me a microphone and here we go. We're going to be calling on and organizing other elected officials as well to make sure that they sign on to keep, to ensure that we have no tech for ICE, to ensure that we get these profit-motivated corporations who profit off of pain and misery out of our community. And so stay tuned for that pledge because it's coming to a lot of the elected officials near you. Stay tuned, y'all. Thank you so much, Senator Gonzalez. Next up, we have sound from BLM 5280.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming up. I'm a teacher, so I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to set a timer for myself so I don't talk too long and talk to the mic. Both as a cis male and as somebody who just loves to have a microphone in his hand. So let me set a timer, let me say my message. Thank you for letting me speak, both on behalf of myself and behalf of BLM 5280. Companies rarely advertise in their name how evil they actually are. But thankfully, Palantir has done that for us. For those unaware, like myself until recently, Palantir is actually the name of the evil, all-seeing eye from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the thing Sauron uses to invade the privacy of an entire world, to look in people's hearts, and that's what the name of this company is. Peter Field, the co-founder, Alex Kirk, the CEO, hold them accountable. They use that as a model, a technology to see into the hearts of people. And they're delusional. They aren't even the big bad guys. They're fucking reprehensible, but they're not the big bad guy. They provide technology to have ICE carry out the work of the true big bad, which is that white supremacist capitalist culture we all live in. Historically, though, it's these companies like Palantir, the third-party terrorists who are just making a product that keep the machine and keep the empires afloat. This isn't hyperbole. Hugo Boss designed uniforms for the Third Reich while IBM kept the punch cards working for the concentration camps. Hitler wanted the German soda that inspired fervor, so Coca-Cola was like, cool, here's Fanta. Sorry if I ruined Fanta for you. We need to dismantle the system for good by dismantling it brick by brick. The presence of a company that provides tech to a regime which cages children sterilizes mothers must not be tolerated. We turn the eye back on them. We shine a light on them and put them on blast. Their wearing contracts with ICE will appear wrong because they are. Nobody gives a fuck if you work with Nintendo. They know it's wrong, but they won't act on that knowledge until we force them to. Expose them on Twitter with no tech for ICE. Expose them on Facebook and Insta with no tech for ICE. Yeah. Tell two of your friends right now who Palantir is by saying they make it possible for ICE to track down and page children. That's right. Not an exaggeration. That is true.
True. Shame.
I'm very little surprised that there are no people of color on the Palantir board. It makes sense because Sauron was white as fuck. But there wasn't. I don't know if that joke is going to land. Thanks.
I got it.
There wasn't a woman on the board until June, and that's because California requires companies that go public to have at least one woman on the board. I don't know if Colorado does, but if they don't, I guarantee you that woman gets replaced with another cis-white male as soon as they get here. Fuck that. The actions of ICE predominantly affect populations of color, and now increasingly target the women of these populations. And this is white supremacy at its finest. White men making life-impacting decisions over groups of people they do not represent. So let's shut them down. This is public knowledge. You can look up who's on the board. The owner of the land is public knowledge. use that to your advantage. Let people know how you feel. The No Tech for ICE campaign is important because it got all of you out here. You each telling another person about what Palantir does, how evil they are, how wrong they are, built up against this machine, brick by brick. BLM stands categorically against white supremacy. And this company is an emblem, not of evil, because they want to be sorry, not even. They are white supremacists, and they're an easy target, and they don't even know it. They're going to try to come into our house? Fuck that. That's right. You want to come into our house? Fuck that. You want to run from Silicon Valley? Fuck that. You want to sell tech to ICE? Fuck that. I'm going to get off the mic. Thanks, y'all.
Alright, y'all, let's do another chant. Palantir! 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 Let's make it again, y'all. Palantir! Palantir! Alright, y'all, Palantir, quit your job. Palantir!
Quit your job!
Palantir!
Quit your job!
Palantir!
Quit your job!
Palantir!
Quit your job!
No tech for ICE!
No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE!
Alright, y'all. Thank you all so much for coming out. We just have a couple more speakers, but thank you for being here to show them that Palantir is not welcome in Denver. They're not welcome anywhere. Campus workers working to make sure that folks do not work with tech, that they don't take jobs with tech, that these institutions, our universities, do not support companies that rip families apart and that help ICE do their job. So Peter, if you could come up.
How's it going, everybody?
Hello.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And this is like one of the best parties that I've been to forever. I feel like they got me down, so getting a good. Oh, thank you. I'm trying not to social distance. Anyway, thank you so much. I represent Young Campus Workers Colorado. We're the labor union representing researchers, graduate students, undergraduate students, staff members, anybody who works at the University of Colorado. And here I'm here today to talk to you all about Palantir and cutting off the ICE recruitment pipeline that is happening in universities all across America. As a grad student myself, as an organizer on the Boulder campus, I can absolutely tell you that University of Colorado loves its success partners. Northwest Russell, Boston Parks, and Paris Corporation. These are all companies that pay the University of Colorado hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in exchange for access to our state's incredible young talent, some of our best research. A state like Colorado, which has one of the lowest higher education budgets nationwide, it's really hard for universities to turn down these offers, but this comes at an enormous cost, right? These allow these companies whose entire business is the construction of massive surveillance technologies and tools of war to sanitize their reputation and make our students complicit in their profiteering off of paying the misery that they inflict on our communities. So now Steve Boulder, Colorado in general, has a new neighbor, a new profiteering town, Palantir. Hey guys. This is a company whose stock and trade is the construction of mass surveillance technologies to criminalize and harass the refugees and immigrants that live and work in our communities in Boulder, Denver, and Colorado. Right. Already, Palantir head of U.S. commercial business is sitting on Steve Boulder's research advisory board. I have not a doubt in my mind that Palantier is doing, standing right behind me. Chancellor Stefano, President Montanelli are already seeing the potential. From their response to the COVID crisis, from the city with slave labor in Colorado corrections industries, I had no faith that they would do the right thing in the opportunity to come to them for their talent jobs. So, just like the very workers to stand up and do the right thing. There, in Colorado, off-campus undergraduates, off-campus graduate students, say no tech for ICE. Reject Palantier recruitment offers wherever they stand. We have to kick them off campus at every job fair. We have to kick them off campus at every club. And we have to make sure that their collaborators, that their coworkers know what they are doing is wrong. To them we are saying, we will not build it, and tech will not build it. Thank you so much. And now we're going to hear from one of the seat holders, professors, a member of many campus workers.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you for being here. Now, in a lot of the media representations of surveillance and of what's wrong with tech, the victims of surveillance, unfortunately, are made to look a lot like me. You know, it's like a white kid in a basement playing with a computer. You know, it's like someone who looks like Edward Snowden. But the company back here reminds us that what's really at stake in the fight around surveillance and justice in the future of how we build our technology is other kinds of stories. It's stories like a kid who's blown to bits for playing soccer at a wedding that was targeted by a drone strike with the help of this company. It looks like a family broken up because this company caught it in its data dragnet and turned that family into someone guilty without charge, without trial, without crime. It looks like a mother who's forced to plead guilty for Medicaid fraud that she didn't stand.
Fuck the Proud Boys! Huh? I don't think it'll be an issue. I think we'll be alright.
Still going?
Yeah, he's walking. Some more signs over
This
here.
needs to be on the table. When we talk about defunding police, when we talk about defunding the military-industrial complex, we need to be talking about defunding this kind of tech. What I'm hearing a lot of today too is that, oh, we have to beat China. China this is the excuse for the surveillance apparatus that is growing and growing. We need to keep Facebook big and unaccountable so it can compete with China. We need to keep building our AI for surveillance and destruction because China's doing it. No, we have to reject that story. We have to remember that what makes technology powerful is when it makes people powerful. Right? And this community is not going to be part of this system. We are going to reject this. This company was driven out of where it was before. We're going to drive it out of this community. We're going to show that the technology built here is technology for the people. We need our workers, our tech workers, to stand up and say, we're going to build technology that truly empowers people and does not tear families apart. We as universities need to say,
We are going to educate our students to build tools for empowerment, not tools that put people behind bars. Yeah, right. When we talk about defunding, we have to recognize what we need to fund. We need to recognize what we're going to invest in. We gotta have hope. We gotta remember that this is the step of possibility. We do not need to accept this future for our technology and for our lives. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Palantier, go away! Palantier!
So again, everybody, so now I just want to give you a way in which you can stay engaged in the fight. This is only our first action against Palantier here in Denver. There will be many to come. But this is really, really important. I just want to say that Palantier, I think it is the first tech company that provides tech for ICE. They're not the only one, but they're the ones that have seen in the sand and they actually say it publicly, that this is what they do. There are other companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon that are also supporting this deportation machine, but haven't taken a public stand. So it is really, really important that we actually communicate to the American public, that we communicate to investors, that we communicate to everyday people, and that they actually see what happens when a company proudly embraces the mission statement that ICE carries every day, which is separating families, kidnapping family members from their homes, conducting workplace rapes literally as people are trying to feed their families. So we are also a part of a national effort with the hashtag #NoTechForIce. Everyone please say no tech for ICE. No tech for ICE. So hashtag #NoTechForIce. If you put any content, pictures, videos out there, please put the hashtag there. It helps us be connected at the national level. And then I also just want to say that we actually have a pledge to have anybody who you think might be compelled to supporting our cause, anybody who you think is against what Palantier is doing with us every day. We have a short here. It's bit.no-middle-Palantier-CO. So again, basic, no Palantier, CO. Please sign the pledge. And in the same way that the Palantier put out a support letter for the legislature to sign, and we also want to see tens of thousands of signatures in this pledge. So this is the moment where you actually take your cell phone out, go to your browser, whatever you use, go to that pledge, go to that link, sign it now.
No tech for ICE, hashtag NOTECH FORICE bit.ly/no-PALANTIR-FNCO.
Thank you. Let's give some more chants. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
I'm about to become
Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey!
federal law last week.
Palantier has got to go! Hey, hey!
I got arrested for saying that. Fuck the police.
Palantier, get out of here! No hate! No fear! Palantier, get out of here! No hate! No fear! Palantier, get out of here! No hate! No fear! Palantier, get out of here! No hate! No fear! Palantier, get out of here! No hate! No fear! Palantier, get out of here! No hate! What do we do? There's an IT company getting ready to take over! vaccine, deport our families?
Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back! What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Why?
Because it's 2020, that's why.
No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE!
No tech for ICE.
No tech for ICE!
No tech for ICE. 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 No tech for ICE.
No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE!
No tech for ICE. 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 No tech for ICE.
No tech for ICE! No tech for ICE!
No tech for ICE. 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 No tech for ICE.
Hey, hey,
No tech for ICE.
Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey,
I know you guys say hi to Julie, but that was so fun. Please see you out.
has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey.
hey, hey.
Whoa, whoa. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Get your asses out of here. Palantier, Palantier, 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 get your asses out of here. No, no, Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Palantier has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, hey. Palantier
I'm digging on the guitar.
Hey, hey. Oh, hey. Palantier has got to go. No, hey. No fear. Palantier, get out of here. No, hey. No fear. Palantier, get out of here. No, hey. No fear. Palantier, get out of here. No, hey. No fear. Palantier, get out of here. No, hey. No fear. Palantier, get out of here. No, hey. No fear. Palantier, get out of here. No, hey. No fear. Palantier, get out of here. No, hey. No fear.
Crazy K019, it looks like. What seems to be the trouble here?
I assaulted my friend. They're claiming I assaulted him, but he walked into me. I'm just taking pictures, and they're trying to intimidate me.
In no way are we intimidating.
It's not your goal. You're working at it real hard.
Okay, did
It's none of your fucking business.
Yeah, he full on show protect me. He did so.
No, you don't.
But it's not.
No, you don't.
well, but
You're
at the end of the
public.
day,
You're in public. He knows this. If you're in public, you don't
They
have
gotta
a
write
right
take
to say,
pictures.
I don't want the picture.
Yeah, definitely. I have a right.
Right?
I can block you. It's not just taking pictures. That's not illegal either.
Actually, it is.
How? Tell me what's illegal about it.
You're violating my freedom of speech. This is my First Amendment right.
Oh, yeah, we're violating
it technically,
Yeah, it is, motherfucker. Call the cops and we'll find out.
we don't call the cops, but
I do.
For what?
I'm taking pictures.
Intimidating me, and that's wrong.
let him take his pictures. Sorry. He's not in the middle of the crowd trying to start a fight. Anybody on the sidewalk has got a right to take pictures. Trust me, because I got the right to do the same.
You did physically fine.
No, that's not cool. So, second people definitely is not the appropriate methodology either, is it?
Yeah, somebody's here. I'm being assaulted by protesters.
Oh,
at
that's
Lincoln
a
16.
lie. That's a fucking lie, and you're on live camera. You're not being attacked by anybody.
That motherfucker walked right into me.
Did you walk into him or did
I
he?
had my back turned.
Uh-huh.
I'm at Lincoln 16th
Okay.
Street. I'm being assaulted.
You are not being
I'm
assaulted.
being intimidated.
You are not being intimidated either. Everybody has walked away from you. Tell them to just go to Cut The Plastic
You shut up
video.
for a second. Let me talk to the operator.
They're watching you, dumbass.
Why should I have to leave my spot? I'm on the sidewalk. They're the ones standing in the street. I'm standing here minding my own business, taking pictures and
Guys didn't ask. Everybody's wearing a mask.
that's a weapon. Not weapons. You just get somebody out here.
Probably not. It's a protest. They're probably not going to come by.
You want me to give you my name in front of these guys? What, so they can touch me? I'm asking as a taxpaying citizen to get a policeman down here ASAP.
Just tell them you're on Cut The Plastic stream. They'll look at you and they'll know you're fine. Nobody's harassing you.
Not that I can tell, but they are trying to intimidate me. And one of them walked into me and told me, I'll get something here. If you cause an accident, we can see you. If you cause an accident, we can see you. I'm not causing no accident. I'm not in the street. I'm not giving you my name in front of it. Raise your hands.
So don't follow him, because what happens then is you get somebody, you are then falling into the lines of intimidation. You have to be careful with perceiving a threat, right? Space distance, across the street, there's some issues there. You know what I mean? I understand your intent, I appreciate it. As an old hat, I'm just offering you my experience, strength and hope.
I appreciate that. You definitely think you're thinking like that.
We're all doing this, so
Well,
I
at
want
this,
any advice that we can get.
Well, this guy's melting out a little bit. Thank you. These are available for $20. Made in Denver, machine washable, N80 filter. Colorado Masquerade. I have both old and new logos available. And you can get them from our website at
Colorado Masquerade.
COMASKERAID.org. Yeah.
You might have a customer.
Well, you know, that's what I'm out here trying to promote a little bit. We're trying to keep our doors open in the middle of this pandemic. You don't see protesters getting COVID. Maybe because they're wearing good masks.
All right.
So what's going on right now? Oh, you know about Palantier, the technology company, aka the ISR on?
Honestly, what they're collecting is people on ice from all the other things that they do collect. So you can
It's not just for ICE, you know that, right? The FBI, it's pretty much every major law enforcement agency.
I work for a cybersecurity company that markets dark web data. So you guys should be.
Wait, you market dark web data?
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys missing the story on data. You guys are frustrated that these guys collect data. They're collecting it from the industry. They're collecting it.
They're doing what, I'm sorry?
All they're doing is collecting it from the industries that already collect the data.
So they're filtering it and separating it out for use.
Right. You know what? We should be protesting if you don't buy it.
What are those companies?
What are those? Your U.S. government, for one.
Ah, yes. Well, we protest the U.S. government all the time.
Yep.
Today's only like somewhere in the 130s of the summer. Continuous daily protests.
It's pretty sweet. I don't know what these guys are.
Just another part of the community system of networks and infrastructure. And, you know, if a Proud Boy comes rolling up and barging through the crowd, you gotta defend yourself, I suppose. Look, man,
Hey, I think that's what people get in my face.
we all get upset when people get in our face. There are also ways to communicate and educate, which I did. I de-escalated the situation, right? Calling the cops is not necessary. They have a habit of killing people in the city, right? We don't need that.
They do not.
They do have a habit of killing
do
people.
not.
In the last
They
10
killed
days,
criminals.
they killed 3 people.
Who committed crimes?
No.
They're judge, jury,
They just got
wait,
back.
they're judge, jury, and executioner just because I thought that was the judge and the jury.
No, but peacefully.
Just kill people.
Easy volume. It's the de-escalate with the tone,
I'm
right?
saying that when somebody poses a threat, they have no choice but to defend themselves. I have the same right. I use deadly force to defend myself. I feel threatened.
Well, I don't think you were actually threatened.
I was assaulted. He walked right into me and shoved me.
I think it's a he said, she said, based on,
I'm the one not wearing a mask and not trying to intimidate
well,
people.
in this day and age, it's actually the governor's order that when you're in public, closer than 6 feet, that you wear a mask.
Fuck the governor.
Okay, cheesehead,
So you just pick and choose your orders, laws, whatever.
right?
The governor's order is not a law. I follow the law.
You know, slavery was a law one time.
I can oppose that too.
Right?
So you just pick and choose the laws.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we do as voters. We pick and
So
choose
you call the
laws.
cops because people choose to do whatever you think.
No, because I'm protecting my rights. I think we should not yours.
And that's the difference. Because
Wearing a non-mask wearer.
Because to defend my rights, I have to protect his.
Yeah.
And there's a difference. Because I have the right.
That's the same right I have. That's the right I'll defend. But protesting, yeah, it's a right. But there's good protests and not good protests.
No.
That's exactly what every liberal I've heard for the past few weeks say.
Liberal? I'm not liberal.
Oh, yeah. That's liberal thinking, what you just said.
No, there's good protests, like we should be against slavery,
exactly
and
what-
there's bad protesters.
Well, now
Or
you have
against the
something in
cops.
common with liberals, dude. Now you have something in common with liberals.
Okay? Not a bad
I'm just
thing.
going to call you a liberal now.
No,
I'm open-minded.
No, you're a liberal.
Okay, call me a liberal.
Why? No, I really think it's more conservative thinking because I want to be safe behind a protective
I
layer.
want to be safe behind my own 45.
Okay, your 45, my 45 will keep me safe. Absolutely, right?
And the cops are the cleanup crew.
The cops are the cleanup crew. Therefore, they should not be judge, jury, and executioner.
You're right, they're not.
Okay?
I'm not either.
In this
So
community,
I call them because they're an arbitrator.
in this community, we have a problem with the police departments being judge, jury, and executioner. And as if you had heard what I said and just told them simply, I'm live on Cut The Plastic channel, they would have gone to my stream, seen that you were safe, free from harm, and that there was nothing going to happen to you. They would have told you such, and they would have wished you a nice day. Either way, they're still not coming down here.
Well, fair enough.
So,
But that's what I'm saying. I was trying to de-escalate the situation before I had to draw.
well,
And yeah, them stepping towards me is enough. With shields?
I think that if you approach somebody also,
I wasn't approaching them. They approached me. I was on this side of the street.
okay, I missed all of it. All I saw was when
But
I
you're-
walked
but you're
in
judging.
and de-escalated it, right?
I appreciate
Because
that.
I saw what happened at that point and said, let the man take all the fucking pictures he wants to take. He's on a public sidewalk, and the Supreme Court has ruled that you have the right to take from this space all the pictures of all the people that you would like to take, with or without their consent. So I'll follow that, right? Because when I walk up with my camera, it's the law. That's right, it is the law. But I want you to know that in this city, the police do have a history of abuses. Their
I don't
behavior,
disagree with you that police abuse their power. I don't disagree
yes,
with that.
in this city, the role of the police has actually caused a doubling in sexual assaults in less than a decade in our city.
Police cause sexual assaults.
Yes. When they deny a human being the right to fall asleep under a camera and they tell them they have to go sleep next to the dumpster where a person is more susceptible to sexual assault. And when a peace officer orders that activity, they are culpable for the crimes that are then occurred. Just like when I
would
was
disagree.
arrested
Stretch.
for the
I
word
disagree.
fuck, right? When I say fuck in public, it's my constitutional right.
Right.
And as long as I'm not threatening or using fighting words, I should not be arrested for saying fuck the police, happy fuck the cops day, or even, hey, go fuck yourself, right?
Well, you should.
Right? However, my attorneys just filed a federal suit in this city for the Denver Police Department, I like to call them defendants, for arresting me for using the exact phraseology, fuck the police.
That's shitty.
It is shitty.
That's shitty.
And that's why we don't call cops. If we can solve the problem by de-escalating things ourselves, and there is not a threat to the life of another human being, then generally a gun and a badge whose purpose is to protect property and save lives at risk by usually taking lives. Hello, ma'am. Have you heard of Palantier? Have you heard of them? They are a data mining and processing entity that helps track undocumented children in the United States through their use of software and apps so they can be arrested and deported. And so they're attempting to move into this building, and this is the first of many, actually it's the second or third of many community-wide education efforts. So look them up. They got some flyers over there if you want to get one. Yeah, I give you a right to film, but let's discourse about it, right? Because at the end of the day,
We're not tracking anybody.
yeah,
You and I are.
we're what?
You and I aren't tracking people. That's the problem.
Unfortunately, they are. right? They are. Because this camera right here, they use for facial recognition to find people, right? Just like those cameras right there. They won't let people sleep under them to stay safe from sexual assault, from rapists, from physical abuse, from theft. But they'll use them to put us in cages.
Where are these people that are sleeping under the cameras going to the shelter? That is open and has available beds. I checked yesterday.
Are you married?
Yeah, actually divorced.
Divorced. So if you were living on the streets and you had a significant other, in the state of Colorado, common law says 6 months of being together and declaring each other husband and wife makes you husband and wife, whether you have a document under a priest. Huh? Let me explain to you. 90% of the beds available in the city and county of Denver are for single men who have no pets, no mental health disabilities, and no partner. So, if you're a woman, 90% of the beds are not available to you. And if you're a woman with a significant other, there's about 1% of the total beds that may be available in any given year. Be involved, you know. Groups like Denver Homeless Out Loud that are actually paying for toilets for the people who live on the street to use so they don't get arrested for pooping and peeing on the ground, and that actually help keep our city clean because the mayor refuses to allow the city budget to include public toilets to keep people from pissing and shitting on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to go too.
Yeah, well, he won his third election and is now a term limited mayor. So, well, Hickenlooper's not probably going, probably not going to win. But Cory Gardner's pushing. Listen. I think the only way that Hickenlooper wins is if Cory pushes the RBG. That's going to be a downfall for the Republican Party.
I disagree. Last midterm elections, they got a 3-point boost
Because of what?
the
Supreme Court?
possibility that he gets another Supreme Court justice. And they were fighting Kavanaugh, all Republicans running for office.
Use your blinker. Use your blinker, lady. See how there's 2 lanes over there, and there's 2 lanes here. 1, 2. It could work just perfectly. And then people like this get involved. So that was probably the first thing that triggered people.
Yeah.
Is that when you're at a protest not wearing a mask,
We all wear
and
masks.
we all, I mean, even if it falls off my face because I have a hard time breathing with my asthma.
Well, you're exempt from that then if you're asthma.
No, because my moral obligation is not to pee all over you.
Okay.
Hi, honey.
Connie Redding, my beautiful friend, how are you doing today?
Real good. You're looking gorgeous.
Thank you, my dear.
How's life treating you?
One day at a time, we're surviving.
This is very well organized.
What do you mean? What? Yes, it was. It's a great organization. 5 entities, 5 community groups organized together.
Together, that was nice. But the thing was, is why did they get more nonprofits?
I'm not an organizer, but the Colorado Immigrant Rights Coalition was one of the main organizers for this. I saw this everywhere. I heard about it for the last week.
Where was I at?
Not at the protest.
No, because for some reason I'm not getting information. Somebody called me up and said, honey, because I said, well, if these people are here and they're from California, I have a few things to say to them. I went inside and nobody's around.
Nice.
Because I felt like, okay, my main issue is talking about all these children that are in detention jails and cages.
Right. And then Palantier is running the data behind their apps to help find them.
Right. And see, that's why I wanted to talk to Alex Carr. Because
because Alex Karp is the head of this company. So I thought, well, this would be like a good way to start a conversation and say, well, just because you couldn't get it going in California, what makes you think you can get it going here?
Connie, I need you to come on Sunday at 1 o'clock to Auraria. We're having Cats Not Cops
Okay.
at the Tivoli Quad, the grass area.
Yeah, I know Tivoli.
And it's close to the train stations. It's off the bus routes.
The movie house, where the movie house used to be. I used to go, I used to do events there.
It's on the backside, the spear side of the Tivoli Hall, not the I-25 side. Not the what?
Field.
Not the King Center side.
Okay.
The spear, this side.
Okay.
This side of Tivoli, the back.
Because, have you seen, oh gosh, why can't I think of his name? Miguel Lopez.
Nah, yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Really? Okay, tell me how he's doing.
It's live. He's still living over where he was. He's still got his same boyfriend.
Oh my gosh. Because him and I used to do events at Auraria.
Yeah, all the time.
And
Back
so-
when pot was still illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's why but he has to get involved with it. What is he doing?
We get old. We get tired. Our health takes us
Shut the
over.
hell up. You're not old. I mean,
I'm
that is
feeling it.
so nuts. You feel old.
I'm using my right hand because I can't hold the gimbal with my left right now. My arm is too sore. I'm actually like struggling with like this thing in my back for the last 3 months.
Oh, what happened?
Besides getting assaulted 13 times by police in a week during the police riots of the summer of 2020. I've been holding a tripod and a gimbal and a camera in my hand, marching. We're on day like 130 something. Protest most every day.
I was going to call you guys.
I make masks. Do you need any masks?
What's that?
Do you need a good mask?
Yes.
I make a lot of good masks. You should go to my website and share it to your friends.
Oh, I will.
Can I give you the website so you can go on Facebook and give it to people?
Sure.
Can you open it? This is me hard at work, folks. Doing it the hard way, one mask at a time. Sell it to my friends. So you all should go to CO. Let's go to Safari. So this is our company.
Okay.
We make N80 filtered, machine washable, help you stay safe from COVID without having to throw away masks. They have filters in them. They're made in Denver. Pay our workers a minimum of $15 an hour to make real good masks.
Well, maybe I should
Should have talked to me 2 months ago. Then I had room.
Oh my God. But anyway, so what I can do, because my granddaughter works for this company, all these big hotels or apartment buildings, and so they're always buying stuff like that. They're always like doing elaborate parties, and that's
masks?
something that they need is masks. And she's really always on me, like they've given me last week one, they've given me so many different kinds.
They need machine washable, reusable masks. That's the key.
Yeah, I have a bunch of those, but I don't feel like they're filtered enough.
Well, I'm going to tell you that I'll take a look at them and tell you what's good. But what you want is a single layer of polypropylene. So you want a 3-layer mask, not a 2-layer with a hole in it. Folks, we're 16th and Blake, 1555 Blake, calling it a day. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.